So, yeah, some of my hobbies can be considered a bit questionable to some, at least one of them. I'd like to know what hobbies you guys have that kind of consider maybe if other you would tell other people about it, they like kind of maybe be taken aback. So mine, these girls right here, in the third scale dolls, fashion dolls.
How many of them do you have?
I think I have well 22 or 23.
Holy moly.
That's a
Yeah.
lot.
Oh
And those
yes,
are
but
not cheap dolls.
no, they are not. Especially all the clothing and such. And I've got a ton of that too. A ton of clothing and accessories for them. You can see one of them back there. She's kind of just hanging out in her drawers.
So what is the
No, no.
appeal for you?
So a lot. I mean, I like fat women's fashion. It seems that there's a lot of options and things compared to men's fashion. Not that I want to wear women's clothing, but I just like the fashion that
So
women have available to them.
so can I play devil's advocate for a second?
Yes, go.
So before versus now,
Mm-hmm.
now you have a real doll
Mm-hmm.
dress
Oh,
in women's fashion. Your wife.
Mm-hmm.
Do does it translate to your wife, buying her clothes?
Clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would like to, but it's as like these I started buying before I was married.
Mm-hmm. That's what I said
And
before versus now. Yeah.
yeah, excuse me.
I'll
And
I'll I'll own up to that. I buy my wife clothes because I like
uh,
to have her wear a certain way.
I do the same
That's
thing.
just
and I would so would I. Just one thing I would say, like money is a lot more tighter than it was with this, especially when I have three kids as
Mm-hmm.
well.
Put them to
So
work.
that's true. Not sure. That's a lot of kids.
yeah, so my daughter and then her two that she that we I acquired. Not acquired, bad word.
Acquired.
That sounds like a bad word.
Yes,
That's a bad
like a
word.
I signed this contract and now I've acquired two.
some
No,
Bitcoin, some
I don't.
some bit kids.
I don't want to say acquired. That's bad. No, I love them. So they're still, my son and daughter. But yeah, so I have two now. Yeah, two daughters and one son.
Okay.
So yeah, it kind of cost wise and a lot of other things. Right now, I'm the sole provider for our family, so it's just really tight as of late. But I would love to translate that into her as well.
So would you, given the opportunity?
Yes.
Given a
Now,
wardrobe for Narnia, a world of clothes,
yeah.
would
Yeah.
you
Yes,
dress her up and stuff?
if I yeah, I mean I did it when I before before I was laid off of my previous job when I actually was getting a little bit more. Yeah, it was I was able to do some, but now
Before the panda. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So
So
but yeah,
that is a dream of yours, is to translate that or transfer that over to your real doll.
I won't
Real doll.
don't call her a doll, but
That's all.
She's your
I
real.
was
She's your real
uncomfortable
doll.
too. Uncomfortable.
well, and some of you even call my baby daughter, because now this like I can dress her up too. But I won't say it'll transfer
Don't dress her up in
because
those outfits.
no, hex to the no. I won't say it won't transfer because this is still my hobby. I still like to do this
Mm-hmm.
and photography and all these other things with the dolls. So it would just be there would be an added layer on top of it. If
So I think the reason why for you is that's a very niche thing. Like everything else that was considered nerdy is now mainstream. Comic
Mhm.
books,
even anime.
Yeah,
anime.
yeah.
Yep.
You were in the generation, Otis, where you constantly being made fun of if you like geeky stuff.
Yeah, even like
Oh, same
computers.
same me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
computers was geeky.
Oh,
And
you too.
yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, so
Because
all that stuff. Yeah. Thought
I lived the generation of I felt the bullies beat me up for the stuff that I liked, and then also felt like I've been wrong because now everyone's liking what I like.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what did I go through all that child trauma for? Anyways,
Yeah,
it is a
so all
transition.
that stuff is mainstream now, but the
Yeah,
stuff that you're into, i.e. the dolls, is not mainstream.
So, I mean,
So
yeah, it
yeah,
hasn't hit that point. I don't know if it will, but yeah, it hasn't gotten there. Especially, I mean, I think it is definitely growing. It
there's
is
a
no,
community for everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's a community, and there's no doubt a growing community on it. Even with these in particular, the creator, he's even kind of trying to cater more towards the children because they seem to be a large growing audience for his product.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely something that's actually growing in size. I don't know if it'll hit the mainstream at any point in time, but it's
Mm-hmm.
definitely getting there or
Okay.
getting up there.
But you're not
But
ashamed of it, are you?
no, I'm not ashamed. For a
Because I've
while when
seen
I
you
first,
walk around with the dolls in public. So
oh yeah, like I was on the
definitely.
metro train, I was on the airplane with them. I've gotten to that point where it took me a while. I'm not going to lie. At the beginning, it was definitely it was an embarrassing thing. It was definitely something I did use to push myself out there. Like I'm an introvert, yes, I'm not, and I like keeping to myself. But
But you like to be seen,
I
not talked to.
something like that. No, I mean, if you approach me, I'll talk to you. I
Yeah,
don't have a
about the
problem.
stuff that you want to talk about. Yeah.
True.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Uh,
I've walked with her in heart of New York, and I've gotten stopped and discussed. Somebody discussed them to me, and I think that person, and then also another time when I was in L.A. A guy stopped me and that started questioning about what was going on with it. And once I started talking to him about it, they felt more knowledge, got more knowledge about it. It was like, oh, well, thank you for sharing that with me. It's like, I thought you were like some sort of crazy person at first, but talking to you, I see now it's not what I thought. And
so
like,
to me it's
cool.
kind of akin to running into a furry on the subway. You would see a furry and be like, that person, that's weird. But then you
Mm-hmm.
would talk to them and like, you might not understand it, but you get why they're into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or
Kind of like, that homeless person that we talked to years ago back
mm-hmm.
behind
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
He was very
Uh,
knowledgeable about everything.
yeah.
But
And
yeah, I mean, I have things that I'm into. I collect action figures. I got into that during the pandemic because
a different type of doll.
yeah, but
it
not a
essentially is.
doll, it's an action.
No, action
Oh, I
figure
see.
is a doll that they
Nah,
just
man.
named to make it more
Nah, man.
masculine or
Otis,
boyish.
let me ask you a question. You also have a real life doll, I mean action figure, which are your
This
two
is
kids.
not a doll. Look at that dude. Yeah, boy,
That
what?
no, that is a doll.
Nah,
It
man.
poses,
If
it
he
articulates.
if he was real, he would slap you for saying that. So
That's what took me. That's kind of, well, if I want to bring it back to me a little bit, that's kind of what got me to actually accept into getting into this hobby because I liked collecting figures, like just non-posable, just statuettes, figurines, and because I wanted the tinkering, I like the tinkering side of me. Like a lot of this stuff is customizable and changed, and because I was into figures, it's like it's just a figure that can move. I can pose it. I can change the clothes. And also, if you think like action figures are, they are dolls. It's not even essentially, they are dolls. They are just named differently just to be boyish. There's not much difference in the
boyish.
say.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Were you gonna ask me, Paulo?
No, no, I think you got answered without me,
Okay.
taking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you kind of just answered it throughout. Yeah.
Yeah,
hmm.
I mean, I buy clothes for my wife as well. I love to see her dress up and the stuff that I buy her.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas, birthday, tons of clothes, a whole new wardrobe. It's on her, and I'm like, all right, it's fashion show time. Try them on and walk out here so I see them. Yeah, so it's fun. I love it.
And I'm like
That's
Amazon Prime too, because I'm sure you're the same way, where it's like I gave her the clothes and I was like, hey, pick and choose what you want to keep. I'm not gonna tell you to keep any of these if you don't
yeah,
want them, but here's the types of clothes I'd like you to wear.
Yeah, and Keith, for you, you could probably get one of those like those subscription boxes where they send stuff. They're relatively cheap, like $40 a month or something like that.
I get well, okay, maybe the ones you're thinking about. But the first ones that I thought about, like when I got clothes, I remember there was a pair of jeans that was like $200
No, not that
in there.
nonsense.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
designer clothing.
yeah, those were the first ones that I recall that you got sent to your home. And yeah, they give you like $250 pair of shoes, 200
Yeah,
pair of
that's too
jeans,
much. But
$150
yeah,
shirts.
yeah, they have stuff for every moderate price range now, and yeah, it's something. Get her a little something. So you can see you're in something new, and be happy. But like I bought that for her, and it fits and it looks good, and now we're going out to her family's house to
yeah, that's right.
Well, no, I mean there is that that discussion from back then. The clothing, yeah, the what she wears and cannot wear,
yeah,
what
well,
she would
she's
like to wear.
yeah, but she can wear whatever what's around you.
Mm-hmm.
So what she wears it in public or around family, that's a whole different thing. But anyway, we're out of time. That's Paulo.
That's Keith. Whoop. That's Keith.
That's Otis.
And we'll see you guys on our next drop. Peace.
Later.